What's going on, everybody? It's me, Jeremy, Alexander Newsome,
Sammy from Chicago,
and thank you for watching today's real life stock review. You rock. Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. Hope everyone's doing miraculous. It is Monday and the market's relatively thin day today. Not that much going on. Took two trades, one actually bearish on the SPY and lost 0.88R, and I took one on the SYY, which I'll look at both of those. And actually made 0.31. So down small on the day, sitting at 4.51 R's for your boy in your month, August. Here's how I played the SPY, and again, it was a good move, just didn't quite work out. I thought that maybe, just maybe, the market would actually have a little bit of a breakdown, but it didn't turn out to be the case. So here's the pre-market low, right? Support, you had some support from the other day. There's the support. There was the low of the day break. Shorted that candle right there, and within 5 minutes, pretty much got stopped out. So the good news is, when you lose, you definitely want to lose quickly. That is certainly the good news. Now, if you remove the P and add another Y, you get the other trade that I took today, SYY. And this one in particular, really good bullish gap and go. So here's the gap and go, nice bearish candle the other day of course being Friday. And this stock gapping above the open of this candle, really trapping those people. But you did have some bulls, right? All of these guys who had bought. So you had a lot of people who were trapped for sure, but kind of a little bit of a blend. So here's the 5-minute charts, and we were chatting about this one a lot in the morning room. Played this little hammer right here. What time is this? 9:10 Central, 10:10 Eastern. So right about 30 minutes after market's open. Entry there. Stop there, peeled off a very small position here at the view app, exit another position there, trailed the stop to there, and got trailed out right there. So small gain, not bad. I'll take it. I'll dig it. Small loss for the day, all is well. Had some requests for Carvana. Traders asking how high Carvana is going to go, and this was a nice little move. I mentioned this a few times, but this was one of the stocks I was talking about a lot back on the cruise, back at the real life trading cruise back in April. I mean, realistically, the trend right now is going bonkers. That's the good news. So it's certainly in a bullish trend. So if you're looking for something to have a bullish trend on, that you get a general idea of how high it's going to go, this would be one of them. This was a really good range right here that worked out pretty well. So you can see just a really comfortable wave, and we're kind of battling the 2.618 right now. So eventually, I would say the 3.618, which is 67.91, would be a nice shorter term target. I mean, ultimately, no idea how high this thing's going to go. But what I can say is I would love for some more consolidation to occur. I do like this pennant pattern, but I would really appreciate it if it could trade down to the 50 or at least into the moving averages and get a bounce. I think it's a good dip buying opportunity, certainly a bullish trend, one not to be afraid of. But for those who are in bullish, congratulations. Stay bullish on Carvana until for now. Square had a nice candle today. Take yourself a little SQ up 2.5%. Decent upper shadow though. Some really good volume. My buddy Victor Gonzalez just texted me and let me know that he did an 85 covered call for September and got 60 cents. I mean, that is amazing. September, 65 cents, Victor G, 60 cents. And that's amazing that your people are getting premium that far away. I mean, 85, that's $13 additional in equity per share. So realistically, this upper shadow is interesting, even though you do have some really good volume profiles coming in. I bet a bunch of newbie traders hopped on bullish right here, not waiting for a close above that resistance. I don't think that we necessarily have a bearish day, massively bearish day tomorrow, but I could see a little bit of a bearish trade coming in, a little bit of a wick, kind of a pop, just to make sure anyone who has their stop right there gets trapped. Maybe we bounce around here, but you have higher lows, you have a relative high. I do think it's a matter of time before Square breaks out bullish. So if you're still in that one, stay in. Trend looks nice, and just kind of verify and determine and pick a good price that you would like to either get called away or lock in your profits. It all comes down to your time frame, right? Because I think 2-3 years from now, almost without question, this could be a triple-digit stock, and really the trend is just beginning on Square. So that's really it, but I do like that volume. Here's another stock that was requested, SMAR, up 4.37%. This was one that Ashley did one of her IPO articles on not too long ago, and this was a good one because really the analysis worked out pretty splendidly. In fact, if I go back over here, I don't know if you guys noticed the new reallifetrading.com website or not, but there'll be a few more teeny tiny updates in the near future. Let's see. So I'm going to come over here to the recent articles. So click on View All Articles and scroll down here. Let's go down. So we post all kinds of good stuff. So this might be on page 2. It was a little bit ago. But I just want to see how that analysis played out for Smartsheet. So back on July 11th. So not that long ago, about a month ago. And okay, going to click on this. Let's see what this opens in a new tab. Nice. All right, get it pulled up. I just really wanted to see, yeah, so pull down to 2161, chop around for a little bit, and then kind of bounce. 2161, yep, nailed it. That analysis right there, whoever did that one, I mean, man, some good stuff there. Nice retest. Nice pullback, gorgeous bounce. So anyway, SMAR, if you're in that one, nice. I like the little short-term trend, looks pretty. Next target, I mean, if we go back over to this analysis, I would just simply say, you know, you have some here right where we are, at about that 27 mark, so pretty much where we paused last time, but the next one realistically up at 32. Here's HPE. A few traders keeping their eyes on this one for an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So here's the daily chart, and they're watching it closely. So they're kind of thinking, okay, this is a shoulder, head, and some type of shoulder over here. Neckline right around here. So you're kind of waiting for some good closures above that neckline. Here's the long-term moving averages, 100, 200 simple moving average, and you just got to wait for a close above those long terms. Here's the weekly. Weekly still looks good, right? You just bounced off of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise not too long ago. So I think if it trades back down to there, which is actually quite plausible, that would be a relatively decent spot to buy the dip. That's HPE, of course. Next on the list is Keurig Dr. Pepper, KDP. Keurig Dr. Pepper, this is the weekly charts, and we're going to just slowly and ever so quietly kind of pull back on Keurig Dr. Pepper. A lot of people hopping on this one, rightfully so. I think long term, good blue chip stock that's going to go higher, right? Because it's Dr. Pepper and all those 23 ingredients go so well with everything. But here's your trend, and you know, when you get a weekly candle like this, that's what the whole merger and buyout and acquisition news was going on. It just seems to me that it would make sense after such a large run-up that a lot of people are just going to flock to this one, think it's a no-brainer. They'll start buying, and then they'll just slowly start dipping down some, filling these huge bullish candles, maybe even coming all the way back to 20. But then at that point, I think it'd be more viable then. Western Digital, so congrats to numerous traders who made some good bearish money on Western Digital. I did do a weekly options newsletter setup on this trade, and that entry back in the day was right here with a stop right there, all based from this fantastic bearish gap action that occurred on the 27th of July. So a nice gap on Western Digital. We did play that with puts. Did get out with a profit on Western Digital, but there are some traders who are still in with some different plays, right? Longer term puts, shorting the stock, that kind of thing. This one was a really good breakdown, a decent gap, and if you're looking at playing Western Digital bullish, which again, I'm not saying the stock's a bad stock or anything, but I think we're going to have a little bit more low to go, and there it is. The 100 simple, you'll notice last time on a monthly, we did pause there, but for a brief period of time. That certainly could happen again, where we pause there, but most likely we'll have another dip very similar to what we did this time. So if you want to look at Western Digital and get a general idea of what it might do, kind of go back and back trade this little time frame right here on a daily or weekly. It seems that you had no problem getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bearish candles in a row, which means we could have 4 more months of selling on Western Digital. So if you're looking at going bullish, start tiptoeing in small positions and seeing what happens from there. Right now, I have no position on that stock. And last but not least, as far as the requests go, here's Activision Blizzard, ATVI. And here's how a few real-life traders are playing it. They're just buying it off of the 200 simple moving average. The biggest challenge is going to be the 100 as well. So you can see it actually already trades to the 100, giving pause and credence for a place to take a little bit of profit there. But this is what it did last time, as it just chopped around and bounced around off the 200. Expect something relatively similar, mostly because the trend at this point in time has just been an absolute blistering monster of a bullish trend. But you did make a new high right here. You got higher lows coming in. You got higher highs. It just seems that this high came in pretty quickly. And usually when you get a new high like that, as fast as that occurred, you're going to get a little bit more of a dip. Very similar to what happened over here. Right, so boom, very fast new high, a little bit more of a pullback. So yeah, as it chops around the 200, as it bounces around in that general zone, just expect some whipsaws. If you're getting in and getting out quickly off the 200, that makes tons of sense to me. But if we come back to the weekly chart, I think it'd be more apropos to just expect it to chop around for a bit and just really consolidate and accumulate for a bit. Because the last few times, it got very close to the 50 before it bounced. And we're back down there again. So if you're looking at playing the bounce on Activision, I think this is a good spot to do so. Just kind of keep in mind that it might hang out here for a little bit because it's, you know, relatively bullish. It's made some strong moves. Here's the monthly, and yeah, you know, you got like a one black crow candle last month, a little bit of a shooting star. You're at the 10. I just feel like it's going to go a little bit lower. So instead of using stops, maybe you could consider using protective puts. Just protect yourself from any kind of form of whipsaws on Activision Blizzard. That's it for me, folks. You guys rock. I'll see you all on Wednesday. And until then, love, life, live life, traded. Bye.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. If you like that video, click that subscribe button and click this one right here because you're going to absolutely love that video as well.